you doing today? I'm FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy. Today is a special day because, as you can see here, what I got in front of me is this big box of Caraway cookware. Now, back in January, we had ourselves a holiday party, and actually my wife is the one who threw the tickets in, and we won this cookware set. So what I'm going to be doing today is unboxing it, opening it up, putting it together, and I'm actually going to be cooking a meal in it to see just how great this non-stick ceramic cookware is. Now, what is Caraway's claim to fame? So it says here on the box, cookware without the chemicals. What does that mean? So I worked real hard to try to memorize this. So I'm going to see if I can get everything down without any mistakes or miss anything. So let's see. What do we got here? Caraway cookware sets itself apart primarily by using ceramic non-stick coating that is completely free of toxic chemicals like PTFE, PFOA, lead, and cadmium, making it a safer option compared to traditional non-stick cookware while still maintaining excellent non-stick performance. Additionally, Caraway is known for its aesthetic pleasing designs and color options. Alright, so let's see what is so special. It's got a non-toxic coating. The main selling point of its ceramic coating is that it's completely free of harmful chemicals commonly found in other non-stick pans. Heat distribution. Ceramic material allows for even heat distribution, often requiring lowering cooking temperatures. Aesthetic appeal. Caraway cookware comes in a variety of vibrant colors, adding a stylish element to the kitchen. Easy cleaning. The non-stick surface makes cleaning simple with minimal scrubbing. Design features. Well-designed handles and lid with thoughtful features like steam vents. Now, here's the thing you have to remember. So there's some key points about cleaning these Caraway cookware pans to make them last a lot longer. First of all, let it cool down completely first. Always let the pan cool completely before washing to avoid thermal shock, which can damage the ceramic coating. 2. You need gentle cleaning. Use a mild dish soap and a soft sponge or cloth for routine cleaning. 3. Baking soda for tough stains. For stubborn stains, create a paste with baking soda and water applied to the pan and let sit for a bit, then gently scrub. Most important, no dishwasher. Do not put Caraway pans in a dishwasher under any circumstances. And last but not least, dry it thoroughly. After washing, dry the pan completely with a soft towel to prevent water spots. Alright, so I hope that is a good explanation, and I'm glad I memorized it so well. So let's get this baby open, because I got to start cooking. We're going to cook today too. Let's move the box over here. I've got a couple of tables set up. And let's get this baby open. I'm so excited. So there's a little book on top. Well done, cookware is rare. We'll get onto that. Well, they have a mission statement, and they have during cooking. They've got a bunch of different things in here, but we're not going to use that right now. So let's take out the top part. You are one step closer to cleaner cooking. So what do we got here? Let's see if we can open this up. And turn this around this way. And it looks like I picked a bad day to leave my knife in the drawer. Let's get this open here. What do we have in this box? Oh, we have the lids. So we take this off. Move this out of the way. Now the lids come in its own hanging carrier case, and they are all individually wrapped in cardboard to protect them. The lid is very sturdy, and again there is a hole here so it can breathe. So we're going to slide that in there. And then we're going to do the same with the other two. Now there's 4 pans. You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep this cardboard because I'm going to use it to protect my pans. So you got this lid, you have this lid, and you have this lid. Again, they come inside their own little place where they stay. Let's see if I can do this without damaging anything. And then lift this one up here. These babies do get heavy. And put that there. So that's how it hangs any way you want. So that is beautiful. I am going to be keeping the individual cardboard because although it was a gift, you want to take good care of good stuff. So I'm going to put this off on the side. Just like that. What's next? We have more goodies inside. What do we got in here? Let's open this up. We have, oh, another feature that we have. These are magnetic holders. See how they stick together? Now, what these do is, these keep the pans separated. Okay, this looks like it's not sticking there. Let's try it this way. There you go. And 1, 2, 3. And here's one more. Got nervous for a second there. Come on. Out of the box with you. Here it comes. Let's see, how should we get it out? Just like so. Like opening Christmas gifts. There it is. See how easy that was? Now let's throw this off on the side. And then this goes here. Or it goes the other way. Now, these are for the 4 pans/pots, and this will keep everything protected so nothing gets damaged. We're going to put this off on the side. We have a cleaning sponge, a special sponge for cleaning. We have 1, 2, 3 trivets. These trivets are so when you take the pot or pan off the stove and it's hot, you want to sit it on a trivet so it doesn't damage anything that you're, you know, cooking with. Or any of this. So it doesn't damage any of the surfaces. So now we get to the main event. Here comes the saucepan. It's a nice looking pan. It's got some nice weight. And look at this beautiful gold handle. These are oven safe up to 500 degrees. So we're going to put that off to the side. In fact, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to get the holders. And I believe this one fits here. Next comes the Dutch oven. Again, beautifully designed, supposedly non-stick. Now I already had taken these out earlier and washed them, so everything is pre-washed. This one goes here. Take this top off here. Take these and throw it up to the side. So next we have the frying pan. Again, aesthetically beautiful, well crafted, and ceramic is also a lot safer. This one goes here. And last but not least, we have the saute pan. Now again, there's only 3 lids because one of these lids fits both of these. I believe it fits this and this. And this goes here. So this is what the set looks like. It's elegant, it's aesthetically pleasing, but most of all, it's safe for cooking. Alright, so we're going to put this off on the side here. Oh, I'm losing it. So let's move this stuff out of the way. And let's get cooking. I'm going to put these right here. If I can keep the thing stuck together, put it right here for easier access. Now I want to do everything right here so I don't have to deal with going back and forth to the stove. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab out my Cuisinart tabletop cooker. Or tabletop stove, whichever way you want to call it. It's a countertop burner. I'm going to plug it in here. So, what are we going to be making today? Today we're going to be making some Salisbury steak. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to get this baby on. And it goes up to 5, 4, 3. So we're going to go at 2.5. It's going to go on medium heat. We're going to start with this pan here, the saute pan. All right, it's beautiful. So what we're going to get is some olive oil and some butter. So as soon as this baby starts heating up, which it already is, it's getting warm already, we're going to put this pan here. We're going to let it warm up a little bit. You don't want to ever put oil, butter, anything like that in a cold pan. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this pan to start heating up. Okay, so the pan is heated up enough. So now we want to add 2 tablespoons of butter and a little bit of olive oil. You don't need that much because it is a non-stick pan, but this is more for flavor. That's it, a couple of little drops. Put this away while it's heating up. Another thing you need to remember with these pans is you don't want to scratch them up. So you have to use either rubber spatulas or plastic or wood. You don't want to use, anything that's going to scratch the surface. I'm going to get this over here so we don't make a mess. You can use either the wood or the plastic. I'm going to use the wood for now. So now what we want to do is we want to add, you're supposed to use 2 large onions. I didn't have 2 large onions, so I'm using 3 small onions. Adding them to the pan. I'd like to hear a little more sizzle than that in the beginning. I'm going to break the onions up. I already had them pre-sliced. There's a French term called mise en place. Mise en place means have your stuff ready. And stir that up a little bit. Make sure you break everything up as you're going. And wash your hands a lot. If you're not using gloves, make sure you wash your hands a lot. So I'm just going to turn this up because we want this to cook. It doesn't sound like it's cooking real good. Because I'm new to using the Cuisinart as well. So you need to get that baby going. So also you want to add a little bit of thyme, ground thyme. A little bit more. And you want to add 1 bay leaf. In the pot it goes. Now I try to keep things clean in my cooking area, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these away. I don't need them. Now you want to cook these until they're caramelized. I'm going to mix them up a little bit. I'm going to let them do their thing. Let's get on to the next step. Let's get a cutting board. I'm going to move this up just a little bit forward so I can do my thing here. So the next thing you want to do is you want to take a couple of pieces of stale bread, break it up. Make sure you're prepared. You have the bread stale. ahead of time because I let it out the day before. So that's broken up pretty good. So to that, we want to add a little bit of milk. A little bit of milk will soften it up a little bit. So let the milk, add a little bit more. Let the milk soak in. So I was having issues with the other camera, so I'm down to this one camera and I'm moving to the stove. Hopefully we can get this thing done. So in here I'm sauteing the onions. Again, I did a little bit of salt, a little pepper, we used olive oil, we used some butter and some thyme. Actually I'm going to turn it down a little lower because now over the stove it's actually, I'm getting some good sizzle, some good cooking, so the caramelization will occur a lot faster. So in this bowl here, I'm going to add 2 pounds chopped meat. So now I'm going to add 1 egg beaten. I'm going to add the breadcrumbs mixture that I had with the milk in it. We're going to add 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, sprinkle some salt, and some freshly cracked pepper, and a little bit more salt. And we're going to mix that together well. Now we're going to take it and we're going to put it on this cutting board. I'm going to make a round ball. So what we're going to do next is we're going to cut this ball into 4 even pieces. Just do it by eye. Nothing's perfect in this one. Be careful, don't cut yourself. So here, I'm going to form 4 little meat patties. And they're going to look something like this. Maybe take a little off one, add it to the other, if it feels like it's a little smaller. You want to try to get them as evenly as possible. And the reason that is because you want everything to cook evenly and about the same. This one looks a little smaller. So take a little from here, a little from here. You know you're going to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. So now our 4 meat patties have been formed. I'm going to look closer so you can get a better look at it. It's tough working with one camera. So if you give me a minute, I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Alright, so these onions are starting to caramelize and they're sliding around like butter in this pan. I got to tell you, the handle's not hot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start the other one. Again, you don't need high heat. We're going to let this go again for a minute or 2. And we're going to let it heat up, add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. I'm going to get the meat cooking. So, of course I'm going to cheat a little bit today because I got other things to do. So I'm going to be using Bob Evans garlic mashed potatoes. Nothing beats homemade mashed potatoes if they're done right. But I got to tell you, Bob Evans puts out a really good mashed potato. So, this pan, ow, If you ever see the movie Caveman, there's a scene where they learn how to make music, and the guys, when the old man is like over the fire going, ow! And so now they grab his hand. Ow! Ow! You have to see this film. Oh, and on a separate note, I'm just adding a little oil there. On a separate note, last night my wife and I were going through our streaming channels trying to find something to watch. And on Paramount Plus, I came across this movie called Jules. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but it has to do with dealing with aging. It was in the category of less than an hour and a half movies. It was like an hour and 27 minutes. It was a really good movie. It's a really good movie. I do highly recommend it. Jules, Jules, Jules. Go ahead, if you get a chance, go look at the trailer and let me know. So now, what you want to do here is, I'm going to bring these over to this side, and you add them to the pan. Oh, there we go. So you want a medium heat. Now this is on medium. I'm actually going to go a little lower. And the secret is, leave it alone. Alright? You want to put these in here. I'm going to set a timer for 7 minutes. And that's it. Stirring up my onions. The onions are actually almost ready. So we're going to go about 7 or 8 minutes per side. I'm going to leave this right here because we're going to transfer it back onto there. But we're going to turn it over because you don't want to put cooked meat onto where raw meat was. So I'll clean my counter when I'm done. But we're going to use the clean side for the cooked meat. And again, leave it alone. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this baby cook, and I'll be back in about 6 minutes and 7 seconds to turn them over. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the timer's went off. It's been 7 minutes. Now you want to turn them. Beautiful. It could have cooked a little bit more, so we're going to turn it back. The reason why you want to let it go, because if you turn it too soon, it's going to fall apart. There you go. Those two cook nicely. So we're going to move these around. They are sliding like hockey pucks on ice, I'm telling you. That's good saying, like hockey pucks on ice. So in the meantime, what we're going to do here now is we're going to deglaze this pan with a little bit of white cooking wine. I'm supposed to use a half a cup, but that's all I got left. So we're going to do that. There's actually, the beauty part of this is it's kind of a double-edged sword. There's no deglazing because nothing's sticking. So to that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. So we're going to thicken it up. So this one we're going to set the timer also for another 7 minutes because it's been turned over for a minute or so. And stir that in. Okay. Now we're going to add 1 cup of beef stock to the caramelized onions. And we're just going to let that cook down while the meat is cooking. So now while all of this is going on, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. The pan is slightly warm, but it's really not. It's transferring the heat good. So now we're going to take these Bob Evans garlic mashed potatoes, poke a couple of holes to vent, put it in here. I'm going to start with 3 minutes. Come back and stir this up. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. It's just coming together nice. Now sometimes in life we have to deal with adversity. In this case, the adversity was I was having issues with my other GoPro camera. Which was the main camera, was overheating. So sometimes you have to adapt and compensate. Now this is starting to bubble a little, so I'm going to turn it down. There's about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes left on this side here. We're going to let that cook, and when everything comes out, we're going to put it all together and give it a taste. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, there's about 15 seconds left on the meat. So I'm shutting this down. thickened up really nicely. I'll show you as soon as I shut this off. Alright, that could sit in the pan for another 2 seconds. If you see here, this is thickened up beautifully. Alright, so I'm going to sit this down. Take a look at these here, turn it over one more time. That's beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. These two I'm going to let cook a little more on this side. This one and this one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer this around a little bit and let these get a little bit on this side over here, just for like 2 more minutes. And then we got about 40 seconds left on the Bob Evans mashed potatoes. 35 seconds. Everything is coming together simultaneously. That means the same time. All right. All right. So I got my fork ready here. I'm just going to let these cook for just a minute more. I'm not even going to transfer them. I am. I'm going to transfer them. The potatoes are done. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to get this. I don't know if you can see that. It's nicely browned. It's not burnt. Here. 2. 3, and 4. So now I'm going to get my plate. I'm going to take one of these. I'll take the smaller one here. Shut that off. I'm going to get these Bob Evans mashed potatoes out of here. These are not the star of the show, but they're going to be good. The star of the show is the Salisbury Steak. So, what I want to do here is I want to get this wooden spoon here. Add some caramelized onion on top. A little bit of the gravy. So, if you give me a second, I'm going to move the camera over there. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Okay, we're back. I don't know if you can get a good look at it here. It looks really good. Let's get a taste. It's cooked beautiful. It is. It's excellent. The meat is flavorful. The onions and the gravy are excellent. This just came out really good. So, my first impression of the Caraway pans is that they are aesthetically pleasing, which is nice, but what's not most important, the meat was so easy to move around the pan. It's like I said, it was like a hockey puck on ice. It was just floating right around. The onions, the down part I didn't like about making the onions is that you need to deglaze the pan. Well, there was no need to deglaze the pan because nothing stuck. I mean, it didn't burn anything, but the flavor's still there. These are really good. First impression is I would highly recommend the Caraway pan. It's a good investment. You can set it up on the countertop. Again, you have this nice magnetic piece that holds everything together in one. You could sit it on your counter. Mine is going to go under the counter because it's going to be easier access for me. So I highly recommend getting these pans, and I'm going to do another review probably 6 months down the road to see how they last in the long run. But initial responses, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I would highly recommend them. So this is FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, signing off. I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll have a better presentation due to the fact that I was having camera technical difficulties. But until next time, this is FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, signing off. I'll see you next time. Sayonara.